This video will teach you about the trips page, which allows you to view and manage unassigned driving time. Using the menu on the left-hand side of the screen, click on Trips. On the right-hand side, you'll see if there are any unassigned trips that require your attention. The table below shows unassigned driving trips. You'll see Origin, which shows date, time, and location for the beginning of the trip. Type, which shows the current HOS status for the trip. Note that unassigned trips will show driving in this column, but after they are properly assigned, this will update to show either driving, yard move, or personal conveyance. Status shows if the trip is complete or in progress. Duration shows how long this trip lasted and the date and time that the trip ended. Keep in mind that for trips that are still in progress, this information will continue to update until the trip is complete. To see the most recent information, just refresh the page. Distance shows the length of the trip in miles. Vehicle shows the vehicle being driven. Driver shows which driver is assigned. Note that this column will show unidentified, but will update to show the driver's name once the trip has been properly assigned. And then note. This shows the note the dispatcher or admin wrote when assigning this trip to a driver. And finally, there are three icons on the right-hand side. The icon on the left allows you to assign the trip to a driver. The middle icon allows you to add a note, and the icon on the right allows you to review or cancel a pending edit request. We'll cover these more in a moment. Above the table, you have the option to filter which data is shown on the table. You can use the calendar selector to choose specific dates, the vehicle selector to choose trips for one or more vehicles, and lastly, you can filter which trips are shown. Unidentified trips is the default view, but if you update this to all, the table will update to include unassigned trips and the trips that have gone from unassigned to assigned. After changing one or more of these settings, hit the filter button to update the view. To clear these filters, hit the reset button. To assign a trip to a driver, click the first icon on the left, which shows a driver and plus icon. Select a driver, choose the trip type, and add a note. Then click Apply. The driver will receive an edit request on their mobile device, which they will have to accept or reject. While an edit request is pending, the trip will also show updated information. For instance, we can see that the driver column now has an assigned driver under it, as well as a note that was set by the admin or dispatcher. If you click on the information icon next to either of these events, you'll see who is signed to the event and that it's still pending approval. To cancel an edit request, click the edit icon, which is the last icon on the right. You'll see information on the trip and original edit request. Click Cancel to cancel the edit request, or hit Close to close this box and leave the edit request in place. Once the driver accepts the edit request, the trip information will update to show the driver and note. It will no longer show it is unidentified and will only show on the table when the All filter is toggled on at the top. For instance, we can see that in the top row on the table right now. The driver is Josh, and the note, yard move, had to change docs, is now reflected here, and we see yard move reflected under type. Lastly, you can add a note to a trip without assigning a driver to it. For instance, if a mechanic was testing a repair, you may simply explain this versus assigning the trip to a driver in your fleet. The driver is still unidentified, but we can now see the note reflected next to the event.